Follow, share and subscribe to our channel to never miss a new video. Stay updated with all our latest stories and content. Story: The Hidden Treasure, the journey of those who seek history. On a scorching summer day, a group of archaeologists, passionate about exploring and studying history, gathered in a secluded area deep within the heart of an ancient village. They had heard mysterious tales passed down through generations about a hidden treasure, said to be priceless artifacts from a civilization lost to time. This treasure wasn't just gold or jewels, but objects that could change humanity's understanding of the past. According to legend, the treasure was concealed within a temple buried beneath the desert sands, a place only those who were persistent and fearless could discover. The archaeologists had spent months deciphering ancient maps and cryptic symbols carved into stones to find clues about the treasure's location. They faced countless challenges, from violent sandstorms to secrets that seemed like they could only be unraveled by time itself. During a survey near the long-abandoned temple, one team member, Clara, discovered a stone door with strange, unfamiliar symbols etched upon it. According to her research, this door was designed so that no one could easily open it. But Clara wasn't one to give up. She persevered, piecing together fragments of ancient riddles one by one until the door finally creaked open, revealing a dark and chilling space within. Story: The Hidden Treasure, the journey of those who seek history. On a scorching summer day, a group of archaeologists, passionate about exploring and studying history, gathered in a secluded area deep within the heart of an ancient village. They had heard mysterious tales passed down through generations about a hidden treasure, said to be priceless artifacts from a civilization lost to time. This treasure wasn't just gold or jewels, but objects that could change humanity's understanding of the past. According to legend, the treasure was concealed within a temple buried beneath the desert sands, a place only those who were persistent and fearless could discover. The archaeologists had spent months deciphering ancient maps and cryptic symbols carved into stones to find clues about the treasure's location. They faced countless challenges, from violent sandstorms to secrets that seemed like they could only be unraveled by time itself. During a survey near the long-abandoned temple, one team member, Clara, discovered a stone door with strange, unfamiliar symbols etched upon it. According to her research, this door was designed so that no one could easily open it. But Clara wasn't one to give up. She persevered, piecing together fragments of ancient riddles one by one, until the door finally creaked open, revealing a dark and chilling space within. They entered, where torches flickered to life, casting light into a forgotten world. Somewhere in the darkness, the glow from strange objects illuminated the space like a dream coming to life. And then they saw it. Ancient pottery, jewel-encrusted jewelry, fragments of a massive ship that had sunk centuries ago, and statues depicting mythical gods. However, the treasure was not just material. As Clara and her team dug deeper into the earth, they uncovered an ancient book, its pages yellowed with age. This book didn't contain directions for material treasure. It held secret records of a vanished civilization. The writings revealed that this civilization not only possessed advanced technology, but also had knowledge of the universe and the world beyond. From this treasure, they didn't just find wealth. They uncovered a trove of knowledge that could forever alter human history. But with this discovery came a lingering question in Clara and her colleagues' minds. If this treasure exists, then what other secrets are still hidden in this world, waiting to be uncovered? Standing there, gazing at the ancient book, they were overcome with a mix of awe and trepidation. While their journey had come to an end, it opened a new door to future explorations, and one question always remained: what exactly are we searching for? And could ancient treasures reveal things we have yet to imagine? The secret within the pages. As Clara carefully turned the ancient pages of the book, she couldn't help but feel a sense of awe mixed with fear. The symbols weren't just writings, they were instructions. Hidden knowledge that seemed to span across galaxies. There were notes on celestial alignments, maps of distant star systems, and references to strange phenomena that could only be explained by advanced science. The most shocking revelation was a series of symbols that depicted the shape of the very same UFO they had seen in the holographic images earlier. Clara's mind raced. Could this ancient civilization have had contact with beings from another world? The idea seemed absurd, yet the evidence was right before her eyes. The more they examined the book, the more it became clear that the civilization that had once thrived in this desert temple had knowledge far beyond what was possible for its time. It was as if they had discovered something far more significant than just an earthly treasure. This knowledge could be the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. The discovery ignited an intense debate among the team. Some believed the findings could explain the UFO encounters that had baffled modern-day scientists. Others thought that this could be proof of extraterrestrial intervention in humanity's history. But no one could deny that they were holding the key to a massive revelation. As the team sat down to discuss their next steps, an eerie feeling lingered in the air. Clara couldn't shake the thought that they were being watched. Every time she glanced toward the darkness beyond their campfire, she felt an unsettling presence. It was as if the very earth around them was holding its breath, waiting for them to uncover yet another secret. What if there were more treasures hidden beneath the sand, waiting to be unearthed? Suddenly, as if in response to her thoughts, one of the team members, Max, shouted, "Look!" They all turned to see a strange light glowing on the horizon, just above the ruins of the temple. It was a pulsating beam, unlike anything they had ever seen before. The light grew brighter, and for a moment it felt as if time itself had stopped. Could it be that the civilization they were studying had left behind a message? Or was it a warning? The team knew one thing for sure. They were standing on the edge of a discovery that could change the course of history. As they hurried toward the light, Clara felt a rush of excitement mixed with dread. She had always dreamed of making a groundbreaking discovery, but now, as the mystery deepened, she couldn't help but wonder, were they ready for what they were about to uncover? The treasure hunt had begun as a simple archaeological expedition, but it was turning into something far more profound, something that might uncover not just the past, but the very fabric of reality itself. This continuation adds further layers of mystery and intrigue, hinting at the possibility of extraterrestrial connections and a message waiting to be discovered. It keeps the narrative compelling while raising questions that fuel curiosity and anticipation. The team is now on the verge of uncovering even deeper truths that may extend beyond the realms of earthly history, leading to a thrilling climax. The mysterious light, a portal to the unknown. The team raced toward the pulsating light, their footsteps quickening as they neared the source. The light grew brighter with every step, and soon it illuminated the ruins of the temple, casting an otherworldly glow over the landscape. It wasn't just a beam from a distant star, nor was it the result of some natural phenomenon. This light had a rhythm, a pulse, as if it were alive, as if it were communicating. Clara felt her heart race. Was it possible that the ancient civilization had left behind a beacon of some sort? A signal to the future, to those who would come after them? Or could it be something entirely different? An artifact from an unknown origin, capable of connecting to dimensions beyond this world? The team reached the light, and they could now see that it wasn't just a beam. It was a swirling vortex of energy, shimmering in the air. The air around them was thick with static, and the ground beneath their feet hummed with an almost imperceptible vibration. Clara instinctively reached out her hand, and as her fingers neared the glowing energy, she felt a strange pull, as though the very fabric of reality was bending in response to her touch. "Don't touch it!" Max shouted, his voice filled with both fear and awe. But it was too late. Clara's hand brushed the edge of the light, and in an instant, everything around her seemed to blur and distort. The world twisted, and she felt a strange sensation of being pulled through space and time. Suddenly, the vortex collapsed, and the team was thrown back to the ground. For a moment, there was nothing but silence. Clara slowly opened her eyes, feeling a rush of disorientation, and gasped as she saw what lay before her. They were no longer in the ruins of the temple. Instead, they stood on the edge of a vast alien landscape. The sky was a deep violet, with swirling clouds that shifted and pulsed like living creatures. In the distance, strange, towering structures loomed, tall spires that seemed to defy the laws of physics, twisting and bending in impossible angles. The ground was covered in glowing, crystalline formations that seemed to hum with energy. This isn't Earth," Clara whispered, her voice trembling with a mix of awe and fear. The others were too stunned to speak, their eyes wide with disbelief. As they began to gather their bearings, a low rumbling sound echoed through the alien terrain. From the horizon, a dark figure emerged, an enormous ship, its sleek, metallic surface reflecting the alien sky. It moved with grace and purpose, as though it were being drawn to the group. Clara's heart skipped a beat. "It's coming toward us," she said, barely able to process what was happening. The ship was no longer a distant object, but something much closer, its energy growing stronger, more palpable. And then, as if guided by an unseen force, the ship landed before them, its engine whirring down to a soft hum. The hatch opened, revealing figures in shimmering suits of light, their faces obscured by helmets. They moved with fluid, almost unnatural grace, as if they were more than human. One of the figures stepped forward, and the others followed suit. They were taller than any human, their bodies sleek and slender, their movements calm and deliberate. A soft, melodic voice echoed in Clara's mind, though no words were spoken aloud. "Welcome," the voice said, reverberating inside her mind. "You have found what you were seeking. The knowledge you seek is within our grasp, and now you must decide what to do with it." Clara and her team stood in stunned silence. What was happening? Had they stumbled upon an extraterrestrial race? Were these beings the creators of the civilization whose secrets they had uncovered? Here is the text exactly as you provided it. The final revelation. As Clara and her team stood in the eerie silence of the alien world, they felt the weight of what had just transpired settle upon them. The events they had experienced seemed impossible, yet the evidence was undeniable. They had crossed into a realm beyond human comprehension, and the beings who had guided them had offered something far greater than just knowledge. They had given them a glimpse into the very fabric of the universe itself. With the ship gone, and the violet sky fading into the distance, the team realized that their discovery was not just a momentary thrill, it was a call to action. The knowledge they held in their hands, now immortalized in the ancient book, was just the beginning. There were more secrets out there, secrets that could reshape humanity's understanding of life, the cosmos, and their place within it. Clara turned to her team, each member looking as overwhelmed and awestruck as she felt. The ancient book, which they had once thought would be the pinnacle of their journey, now felt like a mere starting point. There was so much more to explore, so many more pieces to the puzzle yet to be uncovered. "We have to bring this back," Clara said, her voice firm yet filled with wonder. "We need to understand it all, but not just for us, for everyone. The world is about to change, and we need to be ready." Her words echoed in the vast, silent expanse around them. They had found the key to unlocking the greatest mysteries of existence. But with that knowledge came responsibility. They were the chosen ones, tasked with guarding and sharing these secrets, and they could not afford to fail. As they made their way back to the ruins where it all began, the landscape around them seemed to shift, as if the world itself was acknowledging their presence. The ground beneath their feet hummed with a strange energy, and the sky above was no longer just a canvas of stars. It felt alive, watching them, waiting. Clara felt a deep sense of connection with the universe. She had always known that there was something more beyond the limits of human understanding, but now she had seen it with her own eyes. The hidden treasure was not just in the ancient artifacts or the knowledge they had uncovered, but in the journey itself, the realization that they were part of something far greater than themselves. They left the alien world behind, but their minds were forever altered. What had started as a simple archaeological dig had become the greatest adventure of their lives, one that would echo through the corridors of history for generations to come. The journey was far from over. For Clara and her team, it was only the beginning of a new era. They had unlocked the first door to the mysteries of the universe, and now they would dedicate their lives to exploring what lay beyond. And perhaps, in time, they would reveal the truth to the world. Not just about the treasure they had found, but about the place of humanity in the grand tapestry of existence. The world would never be the same again, and neither would they.